The testosterone this week is a little bit of a throwback, though. But given the context of the estrogen, I'm going to be consistent here. Or go with Jon Lovitz. I like Jon Lovitz, but I only in small doses. Like his bit in Little Nicky is my favorite. I love that. But that's also one of my favorite movies because I'm weird. Um, so he was on he owns a comedy thingy, a comedy club, and he was doing an online podcast from it that, with the graces of the internet, we can say what we want. And I think he had, what's his face? Kevin Smith, that, God, I don't know. I have mixed feelings about him. Sometimes he's funny, sometimes I just want to kick him in the nuts. It's those Jersey boys, I don't get them. So back in July, he pretty much just ripped Barry a new one because he was sick of being taxed up the ass, no puns intended. And just went off the handle in his club, which he can do because he's paying for it. It's his business. And there was a bunch of people attacking him also on Twitter saying, how can you be against Barry?
What I found interesting was that Lovitz actually hosted Dennis Miller's show one day, which I was really looking forward to, and he had on Dana Carvey, and the two of them were talking about the president and why certain comedians don't find a lot of material or something like that. And this is Dana Carvey, the guy who did Bush 41 for so many years, and Lovitz, who is not been afraid to make fun of anybody, but I think they were having a really critical moment, calling out some of the other comedians and entertainers who haven't done that. Sort of people holding Obama sacred, and it's kind of, I guess, a thing now you're starting to see just a little bit, Hollywood peel off, sort of wake up. Maybe it's adverse effects of the economy, or maybe it's just things are not adding up anymore. But it was an interesting interview, and I recommend people go back and find it. You can actually get that at Mediaite. They have the audio.
Oh, yeah. I remember shortly after when he was coming out and he was being attacked by those on the left, and then somebody sits there and made a comment about, obviously Jon Lovitz wasn't funny, and there was other snide remarks made by this person. So I just tweeted back, not thinking I'd hear anything. I just went to John. I said, obviously this person has no sense of humor whatsoever, and got a tweet back with a thanks for the backup. But yeah, I like the fact that he definitely will speak his mind. You may not agree every time with some of the stuff he says, but there's certain things that he's dead on. And what's happening with businesses, he's definitely dead on the taxes and the misportrayal of people who happen to have money.
Well, and this happened at the same time as You Didn't Build That happened. When Obama was saying that, you didn't build that. And that was just perfect material for an honest comedian to make fun of. And at the same time, he's talking about where do you think the government is getting the money to tax these things? From people who actually pay taxes. If you didn't build that, it's because you really did through your taxes, and people weren't making that leap. Kudos, because he gets it. He gets it economically. He gets it politically, and he's an independent guy. He's not signing up and saying he's going to stump for Mitt Romney or anything. But he's attempting to be honest in the middle of all this, and people are beating him over the head for that.
Oh yeah, and you almost wonder, there's certain aspects, about being liberal that a lot of them are socially liberal, but they can be fiscally conservative. And I think it's probably hitting some more people in the business when they start seeing their taxes go up and it's becoming more burdensome to run a business.
Here's one of the tweets he had sent to him. Because the right are stupid ass crazy and the left know you're doing this because you have no career. That's why. And he sends back, if I have no career, then I have no income. So I guess I won't pay taxes and you're okay with that. Thank you.
Yeah, he's pretty good on the comebacks.
Yeah, I think people in the entertainment industry just need to know that it's okay to have an opinion
Oh
and
yeah.
that they should be free to express it if that's what they choose to do. And good on him that he did that, because the next one it won't be so difficult for.
Oh, I know. And it's called free speech. So you'd be able to, whether it's written or verbal, sit there and say, I'm voting for so and so, and you shouldn't have a lot of this vulgar stuff thrown at you. Yeah, they have the right to free speech, but just because you can doesn't mean you should. You look at, you look at people now when, okay, there was conservatives standing up for Jon Lovitz. You got conservatives standing up for Stacey Dash. Who's the advocates for free speech here?